Shefsky here. Welcome to Fantasy House. Do you like Adventure Time? Do you like MTV Cribs? Would you like it if they got together and made love and made a baby? Well, they did, and they named them Fantasy House. They didn't actually name us Fantasy House, but I named us Fantasy House, and that's what inspired this show. And every week, a special guest walks us through their imaginary fantasy house. It is so much friggin' fun. Every week I get to have my mind blown, feeling like I'm in a different person's fantasy house, and they're all such interesting guests. It's unbelievable. You really get to know people. This week, my guest is Al Bahmani. Al is a amazing dude. He is the creative director on my true crime comedy podcast, Criiime, and he's just so cool. We made this episode actually as Patreon content for our crime subscribers, and we just had so much fun with it that I was like, dude, I can't stop doing these. I'm gonna turn this into its own podcast, which is what happened. So you're gonna listen to the pilot episode right now. So some of the sound might not be perfect. I apologize ahead of time, but I think it's worth listening to because Al's house is super dope, and this is the creation of this podcast. You're gonna see the baby in its baby form, crapping all over the place, crying, but that's how it is, baby. It's raw. You know what I mean? This is real. Do you like hidden hallways and passageways? How about firefighter poles that people slide up and down? How about fun slides and zip lines? How about an arcade with every game system ever invented? Well, then you're going to love this episode of Fantasy House, the pilot episode. You're going to love it. As the great Angelo Bowers used to say, let us do this. He would say that all the time when we'd get in the car to go somewhere.
Won't you take us all around over to your fantasy house? You're the hostess with the mostest where you get us in your fantasy house. Get all the money for expensive construction. The only limit is your imagination. You're around over to your fantasy house right now.
Describe to us, to me and the listeners, your dream house in great detail. And this dream house, there are no limitations. Okay, don't hold back. This
got to have a front porch.
You got to imagine, and this can be a simple dream house, but I'm also letting you know, don't hold back your rules. There's no building codes. There's no lazy contractors. You don't have to apply for a loan. You can have a holodeck, a jello pool, a healing machine like Elysium. I always fantasized about having a hockey rink inside, like living in a hockey rink when I was a kid. You can go wild with this house. There could be an orgy buffet room, anything you want at this house. So I'll give you a second to think about it, and then describe that house to me and the listeners.
Front porch. There's got to be a front porch because that's just the place to hang out with swings and stuff like that, where you can barbecue and hang out and just
like a classic southern front porch.
Yeah, with trees. You got to have trees.
Oh yeah.
Got to have a front porch.
Yep.
2 stories.
Okay.
2 stories, but
bring us in. Walk us in the front door.
With hidden hallways and passages like in Clue.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Al, you've got your shadow self. I want to hear more.
So you can get inside and then just kind of sneak around and just for fun, just like, oh, here we go. Go through this way. Go through that way. You like
the excitement of like I'm going to get there some way different, a different route. I love that.
Yeah.
I freaking love that.
Yeah, like in Clue. And then I always thought that was like the number one thing I always wanted in a house is just hidden hallways, hidden passageways.
Do you ever take alternate routes to places that you're familiar with just because it's fun?
Yes.
I do that all the time.
First thing I did in LA when I got here was intentionally get lost.
Yeah.
Intentionally get lost. 2 fridges, fridge for food, a freezer for all the other food, just enough tables, and also extra rooms so I can entertain company. A living room, a room to myself. LA has just lowered my bar to where I just want the fucking basics.
Yeah.
I just want the fucking basics because you realize how good it is elsewhere because when the people aren't standing on top of people.
Yeah. You mean like in congested city?
In congested city. Houston's becoming that way.
Well, you can have that, Al. You don't have to wait to be majorly successful. You just have to be willing to commute.
That's the thing.
That's
being
the thing
willing
that's
to commute. Commute will take a lot out of you.
But you get to listen to Criiime all the time.
I do listen to Criiime all the time.
Well, now you get to listen to it while you're driving. It's so nice. I listen to like audiobooks all day, just driving back and forth. I'm like, I'm going to get educated while I'm driving.
Yeah. It's also a movie room. It's got to have a movie room.
Oh, you want a little theater?
I want a little theater room with actual physical media, DVDs,
Oh, I thought
VHSs.
you meant people like doing a play in front of you.
Well,
You're like so wealthy, your home theater has like a whole play. Again, get on there, try it again, you bitches, go.
Well, fuck it. I will have a theater room where I can actually book people for private shows.
Oh, that would be awesome.
Yeah, I'd probably a little black box theater with a little screen goes down so you can actually show movies and then bring up the screen and actually do plays or do stand-up shows.
Like the original UCB, but in your basement?
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be so cool.
Never had basements in Texas because Houston was always flooding.
We never had basements in Texas. It's an old country song I just made up.
But I'd have that. I'd have a kitchen.
We had a kitchen, and what else did we have?
5 rooms.
5 rooms.
More hidden rooms. A basement. Oh.
Isn't the basement a hidden room? Al, your house is getting scary at times.
A firefighter pole like in Batman.
Yeah.
You know, where you just go all the way down through the levels.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
See, now you're cooking with gas there, Al. That's what I'm talking about.
Just a pole to go down. And also super heavy fun slide. So instead of having to go down the stairs, just slide down.
I've always thought that would be cool too.
Yeah.
Or giant, you know how those hamster tubes you can
Yeah.
I was like, they should have like big ones that we can crawl through. I would love that. Like how they have at McDonald's in the playground.
Oh, yeah.
Through your whole house.
Or a zip line too, so you can go.
My brother was just yesterday. My brother, because we need to get we have our house still needs work on it, and we need to get our handrails for the what do you call them? The handrails for the stairway to go upstairs. And my brother just yesterday was talking about how we need to get a zip line. It just goes from the top down.
Yeah.
So
Zip line, just
killer.
go whoosh.
Killer.
Yeah.
Oh, I love it.
And trampolines.
Trampolines?
Got to have backyard with trampolines.
I love trampolines.
Yeah.
You can sleep on them. They're really comfy to sleep on.
Yeah.
They're like hammocks.
Trampolines, hammocks, instead of hammocks in the bedroom. No pool.
Hammocks? Did you say hammocks in the bedroom?
Hammocks in the bedroom.
Like instead of a king-size bed, you have 2 hammocks next to each other?
Exactly, yeah.
Al, this is what I'm talking about. This is getting interesting
Hammocks in
and
the
trippy.
bedroom.
Hammocks in the bedroom where you're gonna bone. Hammocks in the bedroom. It's an 80s
And
song.
a study.
Yeah.
And a study with books and shit like that.
Like a multiple. We have to go on a ladder to get the books. Oh yeah, classic.
With then, if you pull the right book, the shelf opens, and then there's
more secret passageways.
Yes.
Al, I feel like I need to interview you for 10 hours now that I've found out that your house has a lot of secret passageways. I'm
Gotta have secret passageways.
These houses that we build, I'm like, I think they're a lot about us.
Yeah, but there's got to be little hidden passageways, little hidden features here and there, just for fun. You know?
Yeah.
And then also just solar panels. Because I don't want to be on the grill.
But he's off the grid.
Got to be off the grid.
You said the grill.
Yeah, got to be off the grill.
He's living off the grill. That's going vegetarian. Living off the grid now.
And enough room for animals, to have animals too.
Yeah.
I'd like to be able to have enough room to actually have animals as opposed to a small animal in a small place.
Okay.
You know.
Like dogs and cats?
Like
or
dogs and cats.
Okay.
You know, like a couple dogs, couple cats.
I feel like a secret passageway guy would have like a weird kind of monkey or something like that too, so I didn't know.
I don't know about monkeys, man. Monkeys live a long time, yo.
You want something that's going to die?
Well, I don't want something that's
if my cats could live 100 years, I'd be so happy.
Well, those are awesome cats.
They are. They're amazing cats.
I'd like to have like a tabby or a Maine Coon, you know, and, you know, have a couple of cats and then just have a couple of dogs. And generally the dogs I have live long lives anyway, so like 20 years. So,
yeah, okay.
You know, it's
so you don't need a monkey with a.
I don't need a monkey.
Okay.
I don't need a monkey. They'll bite me.
If you guys take anything from this episode, Al doesn't need a monkey, so don't send him one.
Because then they'll hump your ear like they did Richard Pryor.
What did they do?
They humped his ear. The monkeys, like he had these little small monkeys that were humping his ear, and then apparently Paul Mooney killed them when he was taking care of them.
I'm trying to think.
This was in his book, Prior Convictions and Other Life Sentences.
Paul Mooney killed the monkeys?
That's what Richard said.
I don't know Paul Mooney personally. He does look like the kind of guy that would have a straight face and strangle a monkey and say like a couple last things like, "That's it. Now we'll take care of the monkey problem."
Those monkeys were insane, according to Pryor.
They're not meant to be
pets.
Like, when rich people own tigers, you're like, you're not doing any good for anyone.
Maybe a capybara.
I guess
they're like giant guinea pigs.
Yeah, they are. I've seen them at the zoo.
Yeah, they look pretty chill.
I guess guinea pig, those giant teeth. I'm like, don't let them gnaw on you. But anytime I hear about monkeys ripping people's faces off, the chimpanzees ripping faces off, and all the weird stuff they do, I'm like, they're not meant to be captive.
No,
they need to be in the wild. We need to protect their environment and let them be out there.
Yeah.
You want a capybara though at your house, at your dream house?
Capybara seem nice, but then again, if If they're assholes, never mind.
What's your kitchen like?
Huge.
Yeah. Describe it to me. Like, let's walk in. Pretend like I'm there with you. You're walking. We're writing a book. We walk into your kitchen. By what door?
There's an entire spice door. Not a spice rack, but a spice door of spices from everything.
If you want to flavor my food, you've got to use a spice door.
Oh yeah. Everything from mojo Creole sauce to sumac to saffron.
Saffron.
Yeah.
You got
saffron, basmati rice.
Yeah.
There's a walk-in freezer with a whole bunch of dead animals in it.
You mean meats to cook, right?
Meats to cook, like deer.
I didn't know. Maybe you strangled a few of those monkeys when you realized you weren't a good monkey owner.
Well, Indiana Jones, yo.
Right?
So
the brains?
The brains, best part. There'd be a freezer, there'd be a regular fridge, there'd be a juice machine,
I love a juice machine.
There'd be about a grill about the size of this table.
This is a 4 by... No, this is like a 3.5 by 5?
Yeah.
It's like a 3.5 by 5 table.
Just a grill.
Just one of those big Viking grills.
Grills. So then they start cooking. No microwave.
No, you don't need one. I don't have one.
An oven that can do pizza.
Oh yeah.
Like those old stone.
Yeah.
There'd be a stone oven for pizza.
Yeah.
Make some pizza.
Yeah.
There'd be vegetables growing on the side, so I can actually pick out real vegetables, and not just the front yard, but also inside, like spices, like rosemary, mint, basil. There also would be a pomegranate tree in the backyard too.
I have a pomegranate tree in my backyard. You like pomegranates?
Yeah, I have a pomegranate tree right now in my backyard, and it is the shit. It's pomegranate season right now.
I was just going to say, it's time to harvest some of them.
Yeah.
A few of them have worked out. They're not all ready yet, but yeah.
Yeah, so there'd be a pomegranate tree because...
Dude!
Yeah.
That makes me so happy.
Yeah.
I literally just saw a red pomegranate today that my brother had picked, and I was like, oh, we're getting there.
Blood corn.
Oh, they're so good. That's what you call them? Is that the Texas term?
Because it looks like... Well, that's what I call it. Because it looks like...
so tasty.
Yeah. It's just you look like you murder someone after eating a pomegranate. That's the only problem.
This is my first year... living like we just got the house, and it's my first year watching the pomegranate season happen, and I have to remember there's like a Martha Stewart video that tells you how to like de-seed them easily or whatever. Yeah. So I gotta do that.
Try them with salt.
Adding salt to the fruits. My sister-in-law, she puts what's the tahini sauce on like watermelon, and I was like, that's gross, and then I was like, that is delicious.
Try salt on a watermelon too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So good. So you want fresh vegetables?
I want fresh vegetables, fresh fruit, because right now, ever since I moved here, I started getting the fresh fruit, fresh vegetables.
What kind of countertops are you talking about here?
Granite.
You like granite?
Granite countertop.
Granite's beautiful.
Granite, or if not, go full 70s. Go full 70s polyester green.
Interesting.
Yeah.
What about what's the sink like?
You could bathe in that sink. That's how
you want a giant sink.
I want a giant sink. Okay. A sink big enough to bathe in.
Is this like a modern kitchen, like uber modern, eclectic, rustic, old school? Like
I'd say a mix between eclectic and old school.
Okay.
Or eclectic and old school. There's some modern things, but then there's some old school things.
It's not too sleek or too Starship Enterprisey.
No. And no dishwasher.
No dishwasher.
Got to do dishes by hand.
That's great.
Got to do the dishes by hand.
What's your theme color for this whole thing?
Black and white marble.
All right. Oh, man, that is going to be sleek and sexy, extreme.
Yep.
Okay, now let's go to the other most important room in the house, the bathroom. The main bathroom, let's just do, like your master suite bathroom. Describe it to us. Let's take a virtual dump with Al. I mean a virtual bath.
Well, the toilet is warmed. It has warmed seat covers.
Ooh.
And there's a squatty potty if you want to use it or not, because this is a thing people do in California. I personally can't use a squatty potty because it just makes a mess of things.
They're just squatting on there?
Yeah,
I like them.
But the squat, because look, it's not always like if you eat too much pomegranate, it's squatty potty just doesn't work.
It's just supposed to be healthier for you.
I've been shitting for years, and it hasn't.
Still shitting after all these years. Whoa, still shitting.
After all
what's the theme color in your restroom? In your master bathroom suite?
It's just a place to chill.
What's the color? Theme colors. Like give me some.
I'd say probably it'd be be a nicer version of the store restroom. If the store had a restroom for just headliners.
You mean the Comedy Store restroom?
Yeah, if it had a restroom for just Rogan.
So you like the dark colors of the store bathrooms?
Yes.
Okay. So like a black toilet, black bathtub, black
Right.
sink.
Well, yeah, because it's easier to clean.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't show that much dirt around there.
Well, sometimes black actually can show more dirt for like porcelain and stuff like that. So I think white's probably the easiest one.
And also a lot of metal in the, there'd be a lot of metal as far as the sink goes, as far as the faucets go, a lot of metal, and also as far as the shower goes too.
Like metal, like when you see like brushed nickel, like the modern looking stuff?
Yes.
Okay. So you'd have like an eclectic, classic looking kitchen, but like upstairs your bathroom would be a little bit more sleek?
Yes. A nice shower head with multiple settings.
Oh, I love that.
For the ladies.
What kind of bathtub is it?
It could be like it could be it's a tub with multiple spouts. So then you can actually, like, if you actually just had a rough day, you can actually just fill up the tub, and then all of a sudden the different water jet shoots from all over around you.
Oh, yeah.
So then you can stick in a bath bomb and just melt away.
Oh, that sounds great.
Oh yeah,
that's so essential. To me, those are the two most important rooms in a house: is your kitchen and your bathroom.
Kitchen, bathroom, most important.
You
places.
spend so much time in both of them.
Mm-hmm.
Kitchen is so soothing and healing. There's so many great things in the kitchen. Bathroom, soothing, healing, and it's so important.
And then the mystery game room.
And you with your mysteries.
Yes.
Mystery game room. What's that? Can you tell us more?
Every video game system from Atari to now, including Neo Geo.
Oh yeah, I remember Neo Geo.
PlayStation, SNES, every video game system.
VR headsets, so I could come over and swim with sharks and fly with eagles and have sex.
Play every system imaginable, every old
so
game.
Cool.
Because I'm a big fan of the old school games.
Oh, it's so cool.
But it'd be set up like an arcade game. So then you could just kind of so then you can just select what system you want to play, but it'd be through an arcade interface.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
People are going to want to hang out at this fantasy house. This is amazing.
Oh, it's going to be an amazing fucking house.
Any other thing else about the backyard? What's the backyard like?
Backyard, it's pretty big.
Mm-hmm.
Backyard be big. There'd be fruit growing. There'd be trees.
Mm-hmm.
There'd even be a little basketball court to play some basketball.
Oh yeah.
There's got to be a basketball court. There's got to be just gardens. There's got to be gardens. There's also got to be roses. There's got to be and then just the place for the animals to go around. That's what just a nice simple backyard, and just trampoline, a tree house, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Describe this tree house.
Tree house would probably be, the interior would be about as big as this room.
And this room, how big is this room? What we say, how many square feet is this?
It's like 500.
Is this 500 square feet?
I think it's 500. I could be wrong.
I'm going to say it's 400 square feet.
About 400, 500 square feet. It could be like a but the guest house would be a tree house in the backyard.
Okay.
Whoa,
like a tree house for adults, you mean?
Yeah.
That's the guest house?
Yes.
I love that. So if I came and stayed with you, you'd be
you could stay in the tree
guest house is ready for you?
Yeah, and the tree house is wired for electric and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah.
And there's also a pole you can slide down the tree house.
You and your fireman poles.
Ghostbusters really appealed to me as a kid.
I love it. I love going down those poles. I also like climbing up them, too.
And from the second story, a zip line. So then you can go to the treehouse with the zip line in the back.
You've got like the most fun, mystery, but hospitable house with healthy organic fruits that you grew yourself.
Yes, I kind of want that, but I also, part of me is still kind of like Batman. I kind of like the idea of hidden stuff. I like the idea of, like, the case I use for my iPad looks like a book.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah. So
that's what you actually have?
Yeah, that's what I actually have.
I love that stuff. Yeah. I love the mixture of I love taking some of the old stuff that's good from the old days and still keeping it.
Yeah.
Like I really enjoy like what you're saying, like the iPad cover that's
Oh yeah. That's why I want a library, and library is also where the liquor is kept and all the smokables are kept in the library. So then
you said liquor and smokables, huh?
Yeah. So there'd be that too.
So your guests are going to be able to get high.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to get inebriated through alcohol,
and they'll be able to barbecue because there's a barbecue grill in the backyard too.
Can we go to your fantasy house right now, Al? This
sure,
is amazing.
Let's go. World of
I feel like you took us there, dude. Beautiful.
Yeah.
I can't even just tell you. Just you describing it right now. is so much fun for me.
Yeah.
I've always liked the Stephen Beastie books, the cross sections where they cut things open. When I was a kid, I used to draw like fighter planes and like these big like military airplanes that had all these rooms, and I would draw them like spliced in half and be like, here's the cockpit. And I loved like the scale of like a guy here sitting in here in the seat and the captain, and then underneath it the cots and the sleeping in the bathrooms and like this room's for this. And just having you describe it right now gives me so much joy to have you take me there and tell me that I could clearly say, like, I can't wait to do another one like of this kind of episode now. Like, this is...
Zip line to the treehouse. Come on.
Al, I'm so excited. I feel like we've like stumbled upon something so exciting. It makes me happy because I'm like sitting here and I'm like, oh my God. I'm like got the hunger of like hearing about this house.
But then, if I ever do have children, I gotta be an adult and unhide the hidden rooms.
Yeah, or maybe the kids will enjoy the hidden rooms as they're like, that's how they play in them, and that's how they get away with the stuff that kids need to be able to get away with, when they're going through those phases. Like,
and they find the secret garden.
Yeah. I'm scared that they might find some other secret rooms you haven't told me about in this house, but you gotta have the
room of secrets.
You gotta embrace your introvert. Yeah. If you're listening to this, just think about what's your favorite fantasy house? It's just really fun. Did you have fun like thinking of it?
I did have fun thinking about that. I thought of it on my way over here. I was like, what would I want? I was like, I want secret passageways.
You can have a lot of the stuff you mentioned, though. Yeah. Like, some of the stuff is like, man, you're going to have to be a billionaire to have that. Mm. But you can have, like, zip lines. You can build treehouse stuff. You can have a kitchen that you love. You can have a bathroom that, like, the stuff that is in our reality that you just mentioned, your
solar
gaming system.
Panels.
Like, I feel like how fun, guys, listen to what Al just described about his stuff. He's describing stuff about himself. Like, when we think of our fantasy dwellings, like, we're talking about like ourselves. And I want
a nice kitchen so I can entertain people. So I can entertain people and have some great, like a giant pot where I can cook crawfish.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah.
Even if let's say you don't have a freaking penny to your name right now and you're listening to this, you're like, I want all this crazy stuff. Go through, build your fantasy house, write all these things down, and find out ways that you can have some of the things in here. Something that you can't buy, something you can make for yourself here. Something that maybe it isn't even a physical thing. Maybe it's a new way that you organize a room in your house, or maybe you just live in a small room and you just need to reorganize it and throw away the stuff that isn't part of your fantasy house. But I don't know. It's beautiful.
I kind of feel like I described the Comedy Store at one point.
You kind of did, but you described like Al having his own Comedy Store, and that's what's beautiful about this. It's about your dwelling and your. Yeah. Your spot. Oh, thank you for sharing that with me.
No problem. It was all good. Thanks, John.
Dude, you're the best. Guys, thank you for listening. We had such a good time. We enjoyed our time with you, and I hope you guys had a good time with this.
Thanks, John.
Al, that was so awesome describing the house. Guys, thank you so much for listening. #blessed guest, right? Aren't we all blessed guests getting to be in these houses? It's so much fun. Do me a favor and please share this episode. Take your finger, click the share button just right now. Share it with someone that you know that would like this.